Well, I think in a way the bad mothers are so interested in the death of Charlotte because they all feel implicated in some way. In that same way that, you know, a group of high school friends talking about, you know, one of the girls at school that they don't like, and they all get quite a lot of pleasure in disliking this character. And so when something terrible happens to her, I think it all plays on their own guilt of how they've talked about her, and you know, and that ultimately she was a mother like them, and you know, even though she's, you know, the mother you love to hate because she seems to have the perfect life, she obviously didn't, and so I think everybody takes it on themselves to sort of champion her in a way, you know, her death and who did it to her, because it could have been any one of them, you know. It feels very close to home for all of them.
Mrs. Grant's sister used to do the cleaning for Kyle and Charlotte. Now, I thought she'd stop because of her arthritis, but actually, she couldn't stand the fighting.
Charlotte never said it was that bad.
There are a lot of things she never told you, honey.
They were shouting and throwing. Charlotte threatened to leave him.
Seriously, is this any of our business?
Anyway, Nicole, who I know from swimming, she works in the office at Kyle's construction company. She says that he's way moody. Apparently, he had a fight with a tradie and the guy fell off some scaffolding. And you know that Charlotte was rich.
Yeah, but she didn't make a big deal of it.
Babe, she was loaded. Women Today from 2003. Hero Yachty marries heiress. Charlotte was the one with money. And that's a motive. I think that's really interesting, like what propels these women to do that. And I mean, I think maybe we all have different feelings about why our character kind of got involved. For me, it's a bit of a mix of two things that I think there's a level of guilt about how they felt about the way that they talked about Charlotte. When you first meet them all, they all hate her. And they've kind of all got a reason to kind of want her gone. And I think having her die in such a kind of brutal way makes them feel quite, you know, compelled to help find out who did it. I also think a lot of it's to do with helping Sarah. I think you know, when you meet them, they kind of see Sarah as this person whose life is kind of all together, and she sits on this pedestal and everything is perfect, and they very quickly see her completely fall apart in front of them, and quite publicly and quite embarrassingly, and her world just gets worse and worse as, of course, her husband gets arrested for it. So I think there's a part of them that is compelled to help her and help another woman in need, which I think is really lovely.
I think it's because it's the most exciting thing that's probably happened to them in a very long time.
Hey, ladies. Hey, oh, how did you go with the cop?
Oh, it was actually really good. He's pretty cute. Oh, but also not good. They totally think Anton did it.
What?
Apparently Kyle has an alibi.
What, he does?
Yeah, according to my cop guy, he was away all day on some building site.
No.
Wait a minute, you went out with a police officer to find this out?
Yeah, I slept with him as well.
Oh my gosh.
No, but it's all good, honestly. I'm more sad for you because it means Kyle can't have done it.